Now, what I'm gonna say about Shopify, if you are a serious e-commerce driven entity, Shopify is a great option for you because they are solid. They've been around for a long time and they have a ton of features. Again, I was going through their templates are a little bit more difficult to set up, for the novice, and I was just playing around with it. It's a little bit more difficult, but once you get everything in there, this platform I would recommend for somebody that I'm going all in with e-commerce, and I'm going to stake my claim here on e-commerce. They have a ton of features. So between ECWID and now Shopify, they have a ton of features that's built in on the back end. As you can see, your orders, products, customers, analytics, marketing. They got discounts. You can again, you add your domain into it. And right now, a lot of these websites are offering discounts. So they're offering discounts, and they are allowing people to get started pretty easily right now, especially with the climate that we're in. Shopify is great. One thing that really impressed me about Shopify is their marketing automations. So the marketing automations that's already built into this one is phenomenal. I mean, I love it. You could send tailored messages to customers with tags. You could recover sales and retain customers using SMS, text marketing, capture lost sales and abandoned cart emails. All of this stuff is built in. I mean, it is so impressive. If you're looking to launch a really robust e-commerce site, you can't go wrong with Shopify. So that's one platform. Another thing that really impressed me was their app store. So they have an app store that have any features that you're looking for, any cool type features. If you want to offer free coupons, if an SEO piece to plug into the back end, a cool cart, they have a ton of stuff. Gift cards, they have it all. And this is a platform I think that if you're looking to really maximize your e-commerce efforts, Shopify is a great platform that you can use. So I'm pretty I was pretty impressed with this platform as well. So I gave Shopify a 9 out of 10. Really good, robust platform. This is for the professional e-commerce business. You're fully fledged, you're ready to go to the top. This is the platform that you want to use. The templates are excellent, but you'll have to work to get it how you want it. But again, once you get it how you want it, you are going to be off to the races, and you're going to look really professional. Now, it has tons of features like we talked about, and it took about 25 minutes. So this one took a little bit more to set up with the basic features, but you could get started taking orders within 2 to 3 hours. But again, like I said, the reason why I gave it a 9, even though it took me a little longer to set up, is because once you are set up, you're off to the races. You don't have to worry about anything. It's all built in, and you're ready to go. Here's another platform. I'm not going to go through all the details with this one, but this is a platform. It's called BIGCOMMERCE. So you can look at that platform. Again, it's very competitive with the other platforms. I think right now what's leading for me is Shopify and eCWID. Those two platforms are really great platforms that you want. But BigCommerce, again, it's just another platform, another option if you want to look into it and it fits your price point. That it's another option that you can use that's out there. Another one is WooCommerce. WooCommerce, again, has been around for a long time. If you have a WordPress website, this is built specifically for WordPress. So I would recommend, if you have a WordPress website, it integrates perfectly. Use WooCommerce. It just ties into it. If you're familiar with WordPress and you go into the plugins area and you just search WooCommerce, it's going to pop up. You install it. The install happens in a couple minutes, and then you go through and configure it. Again, they have a wizard that you can use that ties you into that as well. So pretty simple. Now here's one. If you're a restaurant, this one is called Gloria Food. And I know I know a local restaurant that is using Gloria Food, and this is specifically tied in for restaurants. So if you are a restaurant and you want to go online and you want to have all the integrated features built into it, Gloria Food is a great option because it's catered and it was made specifically for restaurants. So you definitely, this is a platform that you should look into. Any of the others would do good, but this one, if you're a restaurant, it was made for you. So, you know, it has all the features for restaurants built into it. All right. This one here, if you're just, this one is called Samcart, and Samcart is not a fully fledged e-commerce store, but what it is, you can add checkout pages to your existing website. So you can just build a checkout page, you build a product, and then build a checkout page for Samcart. This one here is called ClickFunnels. And with ClickFunnels, if you look at what I just, you can see here, you can create landing pages, sales pages, you collect your money, then you upsell pages and membership areas. So again, this is another option if that you want to use. This is great for just a regular business that's out there and you want to add e-commerce to your existing website. This is a great option. It's called ClickFunnels, and it builds everything for you. You don't have to have multiple platforms. You just have one, and it creates all of your landing pages, website pages, all of the pages that you need to check out with as well. So those are great. Now let's talk about a couple payment options, and I'm just going to touch on these for the sake of time. Obviously, you know, you have PayPal, you have Stripe, which is very good. You have Square. A lot of people I know use Square in the Square app right now. You have Braintree, which is a PayPal company that ties into a lot of e-commerce stores, and a lot of the stores that I showed you earlier on the back end, they have these platforms that all you have to do is enable them, create an account, enable it, and then you're off to the races, and you connect your account up to it and you're good to go. To Checkout is another platform that's very simple to use. Authorize.net comes with a lot of these e-commerce stores. Then you have Amazon Pay, which a lot of people are using now. Google Pay, obviously, that you know about, and Apple Pay. So all of these payment options are really great for e-commerce websites getting started. And the majority of them are 2.9% plus 3 cents per transaction. So all of them pretty much have the same, that's the standard right now. I know PayPal started with the 2.9%, some were a little higher, but now after doing some research on a lot of these platforms, all of them are standard 2.9% plus 3 cents per transaction. So, you know, you'd work that into whatever you have. So those are some of the more popular payment platforms. Delivery and pickup options. Obviously, we know right now in the climate that we're in, curbside pickup is very popular. A lot of people are using this curbside pickup. You know, it just opens it up. You know, it's so easy and convenient. They order online from your e-commerce store, and they stop by. You set that up on the back end, and they can come pick it up. When they get there, they call, and then you bring it out to them. It's pretty simple. Again, and these are geared more towards restaurants. Grubhub is there for, you know, delivery, and they pretty much help you market. And here are some of the features and things that they said they can do for you. You know, they set up, you have your diner orders, and we'll set up the delivery platform, and then they have everything tied in for you. So they also have marketing on the back end that you can use as well. So that's Grubhub as an option. Uber Eats is another option that you can use if you're a restaurant. I know a lot of people are using that. And what I'll also have as a resource is I'll have links to all of these that I'll send. So if you're interested in any of them, you can go and register for it. Obviously, you know, there's some processing that happens, so you have to make sure it makes sense for your establishment. Right now, I know curbside pickup is very, very popular. And these are just some other delivery options. Again, Uber Eats, you know, they talk about what they can do for you. Customer orders, you prepare it, and delivery people arrive. You know, so look at the convenience of especially the climate that we're in, and even after this going forward, this is something that you can look at and evaluate and see if this is where you want to go. Again, another platform that you can use. DoorDash is really simple platform again that you can use, just delivery options, and they tell you again, just tell them about your restaurant, upload your menu, you cook, we deliver. Just delivery options that you guys can use for your restaurant. So here are some marketing options, and I know I was going pretty fast through a lot of that. Like I told Gary, I'll share this slide deck with everybody. But here are some marketing options that you guys can take a look at. Photos, and more photos. I can't tell you that enough. It's visual climate that we're in right now, especially where people are. You could read down that list, create a regular email newsletter, weekly podcast, or YouTube show. If you want to get some more engagement. Create customer loyalty programs, use social media frequently to post, update your menu, leverage local media, use effective search engine optimization keywords. So if you're building your website and you have local keywords that you want to use that are tied into your website, it's perfect for you to use. Partner with delivery services, talked about that. Offer coupons and discounts. Join the chamber. I should have popped that one and made that one number one. If you're not part of the chamber, you definitely want to join the chamber. Offer gift cards, which is very, very good. So again, photos, I can't tell you, it's making me hungry for some pizza right now. And so, make sure your photos are crisp and clean and clear, and they talk about your restaurant. Again, the menu is what stands out. Again, you could put that on social media and have your menu out there. And if your menu looks good, then again, it just tells people it's just a visual. It's a visual mental thing that when people see something that looks good, they're like, man, the food should taste good too. So you have to deliver on the food tasting good. But as long as it looks good, then you're good. Another thing is online reviews. Making sure that you are beefing up your online reviews right now. So this is definitely what you want to do. Make sure that you have a platform where you can capture reviews and send out reviews via SMS, send out via email, and make sure that people are reviewing you. So you want to have those reviews populated on your website, have those populated on some of the major platforms like Google My Business, Bing My Business, Yelp, Foursquare, those sites like that. You want to make sure that all your information is accurate. Your name, address, phone number is accurate, so people can find you. You can make adjustments to those, especially with the climate that we're in right now. We talked about Google My Business, offering the coupons, offer something exclusive that you can offer. Outbound email. A lot of people think that email is dead. It's not. But because people are ordering from you, and especially right now, they're ordering from you online, what you need to do is make sure that you're capturing those email addresses so you can always be in communication. So if anything that you have coming out, if you have a new special, if you have something that you're doing that week, you're highlighting some of your employees, you want to make sure that you're doing that. Promote user-generated content. If people are already out there talking about your establishment, promote it, put it out there. People are talking about you already. They're a great fan of yours. Use that and repurpose that content in some of the stuff that you're doing. It may be in one of your flyers. It may be in on your menu. However you're doing that, you want to repurpose that, put it out there on social media. Promote your staff. A lot of people, I don't see a lot of people doing that, where just promoting their staff, promoting people that work for them, because what that's going to do is build loyalty with your employees, and then at the same time, that's going to help, and that's going to show people that, hey man, they really care about the people that work for them, and you'll be surprised at how much business that drives for you. Monitor your social media accounts. You can use something called Google Alerts, and it is alerts.google.com. And again, I'll have all these resources that I'll share with you guys just as links that you can go to. And you just put your restaurant or put your establishment name in there, and they send you alerts. And so anybody that's talking about you on social media, you'll be able to pick that up. You can schedule it to come as soon as someone writes something, or you can schedule it to come after an hour or whenever you want it to come. And it comes directly to your email inbox, and you'll see who's talking about you, so you can go out there and respond. Be active on social media. Be listening about companies that are out there about people that are out there talking about you and reviewing you. This was something that, and this is just a video. I didn't include the whole video, just a screenshot of it. But this restaurant owner or establishment, it's not totally geared towards restaurants. But again, you can have a live video walkthrough, or a live, if you are a restaurant, a live of you actually creating something in your restaurant. Do a walkthrough. It engages people. You're putting that out there. People are seeing, oh wow, this is a way now that I can be behind the scenes and see how my stuff is prepared, or see how this product is made, or how's my coffee being prepared, or whatever it is that that you're doing. This is a great way. I'm telling you, if you have a weekly YouTube show or a weekly video that you put out that highlights what you're doing with your business, it is phenomenal. It's going to go a long way. So that's something that's really impressive. I'm just going to blow through this real quick. These are 14 e-commerce trends leading the way. Voice search is going to be picking up. You'll have this so you can read all of this stuff. Mobile shopping is on the move, as you know, especially now in this climate. Customers respond to video. I can't state that enough. And businesses should optimize their digital strategy for conversion. During this time right now, if you don't have a digital strategy, you need to make sure that you have one in place, so that you know, and also track it, so that you're tracking, what am I doing? What's going on during this time? And then when we come through this, then you'll be able to see and track your growth over time, because you started something like this now, or you tweaked it, so that it's growing some more for you. Again, gift cards are a very important option. There are also virtual gift cards that you can use through, if you have a banking relationship, sometimes like WorldPay, and through some other merchant processors, they have virtual gift cards that you can create. If you're not creating yours on your own through the platform, then you can use virtual gift cards through your banking relationship, and whatever that payment processor is, it ties into it. So that's just an example of that, you offering gift cards to your customers, and they can come in and use those through your payment processor. So that's all tied into the to the platform. So Gary, that is I wanted to make sure I got through that content. I know I went through it really quickly, but I wanted to, for the sake of time, and really, I didn't want to bore people and put them to sleep, but I wanted to make sure that they got all the information that they needed. So, just turn it back over to you.
Thanks, Lincoln. I appreciate that. That was a lot of information, good information, a lot of platforms I had not heard of before. So that is really good to know. So yeah, right now we're open if anybody wants to throw any questions out. First of all, we want to know where we can get some of those pork chops. That's seems to be a focus there. So
Yeah. Hey, look, when I launch Lincoln's Pork Chops, then I'll let everybody know.
All right, great. And also we will, yeah, somebody else said they wanted pork chops. Everybody wants pork chops now. Um, yeah, absolutely. And we will make that slide deck available. Like I said, all our webinars will be on our resource page, together for the number 4henry.com. And also we'll have those resources as well. The slides from this presentation, we'll have that up also. Let's see, I've got a question here. If the organization is using ClickBid, is there a way to set up a generic URL, or does each event need a separate URL, button, or location?
So ClickBid, if they're using, if you're using ClickBid, if you need a separate URL for each, is that for each product, or that's what I would need to clarify if that's for each product?
That's on the chat if you can
Let's see.
see
Okay,
that.
I'm gonna look at it now. Does each event need a separate URL? No, actually, you can have that on the same page. Now, they would have to have separate URLs, but you could list it out on that same page. So you can create buttons on that same page, on one landing page, where when people click on it, it takes them out to each one of those products that you have, instead of having separate pages. So you would definitely have to have separate URLs from ClickBid, and just have them all on one landing page, and that can click and take people over to wherever they want to go. That would be my suggestion on that.
Okay, great. What are a few platforms you suggest to generate client reviews?
You can go to something called Grade.us. Grade.us is a platform that you can use. Also, I'm going to include that in the PDF that I send over to Gary. So there's a couple that I have listed out in my document that I'm going to share with you guys on how to gain reviews.
Okay, great. Also, following up on ClickBid, can ClickBid be the payment option for donations, or do we need PayPal or others?
I would go with PayPal or something like that, because with ClickBid, I know it's a product related platform, but if you're looking to get donations or something like that, I would definitely go with a PayPal or a Stripe, something like that, where you could just tie that into your website. I mean, it's pretty simple. It gives you the code, you just add it into your website, and you could be off to the races on that. So that would be my recommendation.
Okay, great. Have you seen an increase in clients due to the pandemic, especially given everyone is looking to find other sources of income?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, during this time, if you're talking about e-commerce, yes. I mean, it's been on a rise. That trajectory has been on a rise. But during this time right now, a lot of people that's what they're doing. That's really the only option they have to interact with your business right now. So like I said, now is the time. If you don't have anything e-commerce related on your website, now is the time to add that to your website, because I think as you get people used to interacting with you in an e-commerce fashion, then after this is over, it's just gonna, your sales, in-store sales, if you have a brick and mortar, or if it's just online, you're just gonna see your trends going up from that point.
Gotcha. Okay, how do you make customers feel comfortable shopping online and ensure that their financial information is protected? Do you use a disclaimer or language of some type on your webpage?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, SSL, secure socket layers. You want to make sure that you have SSL on your website. Now you can have an image of that when they go to that checkout page, it's saying this page is secured with secure socket layers. Most of those websites that I talked about earlier, they have those disclaimers already built in, so you don't have to create them. But if you have an existing website that you're going to be using some plugins to add buttons and stuff to your website, make sure when you go on that checkout page, and you can search on Google for this, and it has SSL, and it has like a lock and it's secured and it has the encryption tag, make sure you have that image on that page. Another way that you could really make sure that your page is secure with SSL is when you go to checkout, and you could do, and you could use this as a consumer. Make sure when you're shopping online also that you check this out. You go and you look up in the top left-hand corner of the browser, and you should see a little lock there. And that lock, you can double click on it, and when it opens up, it tells you that this website is secure, because it moves from HTTP to HTTPS, which is the secure socket layer. So make sure you have that on your website. And like I said, all of these platforms have that already built in that you're using. So, it's pretty straightforward.
All right. I had somebody ask what was the rating for WordPress. I don't think you did an actual rating for WordPress, but
I didn't do a rating for WordPress. The reason why is because WordPress, there's a learning curve with WordPress. I would rate WordPress really high up there. It's a 9, 8 or 9. The reason why is because if you're familiar with WordPress, it's easy. If you're just getting started with building any e-commerce or a website or anything like that, it's going to be a learning curve. For me, I've been doing it for years. It's simple. I could just go in and, again, I could build a WordPress e-commerce website in less than an hour because if I have everything I need. But for somebody that's not familiar with WordPress, it's a more difficult platform to use. But again, it's just as robust as any of the others. But if you have it already, then I would use WooCommerce to tie into that. But I would give WordPress about an 8.5 out of 10.
okay, great. That's all I've got right now. I do have a couple things I thought of. As far as a maybe like a retail, not necessarily a restaurant, that does have to ship whatever they sell. What is a good way to integrate that shipping? Who do you use for shipping, or how does that tie into it?
Yeah, again, like a lot of these platforms, they have the Postal Service tied into it. They have UPS, they have FedEx options that are tied right into the back end. So really all you do is go on when you enable shipping, it's going to give you those options. So you'll have options of just store pickup, where people can come and pick them up from your location, or you can use UPS, or you can use FedEx, or any of those that just ties in. You'll have to create an account with them first, and they'll give you the links on the back end to create the account, and it sort of ties everything in together so you could offer those. Okay.
Great. I've got here, does PayPal or Stripe work well with small local banks?
Well, really, you can. That's independent of the bank, really. So if you sign up with PayPal or Stripe, I have both of them that I use. And once you go in and you configure it, you have to tie it into your bank. If you want, when people pay you, it goes into your bank. So what it does when you sign up with it, I'll use Stripe, for example. You sign up with Stripe. What it's going to do is you put in your account information of the bank account that you want it to go into, and what it's going to do is drop 2 small deposits into your account. So it's going to do like a 2 cents and a 10-cent deposit into your account to make sure those transactions work. And then what it's going to do is then you go back in and say what those transactions was. It confirms them, and it's connected to your account. It's pretty simple. It works with any small local bank, community bank. Once you have the account number and the routing number and you plug that stuff in, you're off to the races. Pretty simple.
Okay. And I guess kind of following up on that, something I thought of as well, should you have more than one payment option as far as, having an e-commerce site? I would think maybe you would need to do that.
Yeah, I mean, to make it as easy as possible for your customers that are doing business with you, I would definitely have more than one option. Right now, and a lot of these platforms also, they're offering Apple Pay and Google Pay and Samsung Pay. If you want to enable those are great because people are using them right now. They're using them on all the big sites like Amazon and all these sites. And for your website, a local business that also has that capability to use any of those big technologies, it just gives your customers an option that they can use it. And that's what's going to drive people to come back and do business with you again, because the process was simple. If you only have one option, you know, and they like doing business with you, you know, it limits you. But again, you know, the more options you have that you can tie into your website, the better, I think, for especially local businesses.
Okay, great. Well, that looks like I don't have any new questions at this time. So I guess we will, and if anybody thinks of anything, comes up with anything afterwards, feel free to email me. Of course, we'll make Lincoln's contact info available as well. Email us afterwards. We'll be glad to follow up and answer any questions you might have. So I guess we will end things right there. Lincoln, any parting words for us?
Well, I'll just say when I get that pork chop shop going, then I'll let everybody know. No, I'm not starting that. But again, just you know, e-commerce is a vital piece of right now where everybody's going, especially in this climate. So if you guys are looking, this is a great opportunity and great time to really jump in and add e-commerce options to your website. It's pretty simple right now to set up, and most of those companies are offering discounts. Some of them are free. So now is the time to really get signed up and going with them.
All right, sounds great. And I'll look forward to getting that presentation from you, and we'll make that available to everybody as well.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks, Lincoln. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you, everyone, for joining.